Welcome back. It's Dr. Jen Boni, better known as DocJenFit, doctor of physical therapy, owner and founder of Gen Health, your one stop for all things movement related aches and pains. And I want to go through a mobility flow that you can do in those early weeks postpartum. So I'm talking like 0 to 4 weeks postpartum, particularly if you've had a vaginal delivery. Now, this could be helpful for anyone. Even if you had a cesarean, but you got all the way through to like pushing stages, you probably still have a lot of tension into that pelvic floor region. So this could be really helpful to do. Now, I'm going to start on the wall with a wedge pillow. You don't have to have a wedge pillow like this. I like it because you can kind of grade if you want to go higher, if you want to go a little lower, but you could just fold a regular pillow underneath your bottom as well. It just helps so that we have some gravity to assist on the way down as we're going. So I start high onto my pillow and then I just kind of roll onto it. Okay. So that I'm already kind of in and I don't need to do any weird scooches. So I want to completely relax my legs and I'm going to think of breathing from my belly and low rib cage area. So I'm going to take a deep breath in. And then as I exhale, I want to think my feet are relaxing, my calves are relaxing, my thighs are relaxing, my pelvis is relaxing. Like you want to start to go through every part of that body to just get that overall relaxation. We're trying not to put any tension, pressure. We already have so much happening down here. So we really want to ease that tension and pressure before we get into any strengthening, Kegels, whatever exercises we want to do to help to provide strength. We need relaxation. We need tension release first. So that's why I like starting with this. I like to do about 5 minutes if you can find it. And just, you could do this in bed, ideally. Legs kicked up on the headboard, legs kicked up on the wall if you have a wall near you on your bed. And again, it's just a big inhale, exhale, allow gravity to do your job. So you're not forcing anything. You're not exhaling and pulling in and up. You're not doing anything. This is literally about complete and total relaxation. And it's a great introduction into mobility in general to start to get everything to feel more relaxed and open. Now, again, ideally, you're doing this whole mobility series in bed, but it's a good one to follow. I promise. It's what I did in those early weeks, 0 to 4. Now, sciatic nerve glide, getting those nerves to move as we're sitting and we're in bed so much is key. Start with the toe up toward the ceiling. So you're going to bend that foot down and then point it up to the ceiling. We're going to start with that, just like 5 on each side, just to make sure we're not putting too much tension on a nerve that might be a little bit angry, potentially, because you've been sitting in bed, maybe you're around it a lot. So we already have some tension on those nerves. So we just want to get things sliding and gliding. So start with the foot flexed and then pointed up to the ceiling, and about 5 on each side. This might feel pretty easy. Maybe it feels more like a hamstring stretch. That's great. We're not putting too much holding or pressure. We're just going up and down, just starting to get those tissues moving and gliding. Okay. Then if you feel okay with that, the next one would be starting with the point and then flexing the toe back towards you, relaxing down and then flexing back. It might not come up as high. The moment that you start to feel tension through that calf is the moment that you stop moving. Okay. And nerve glide, we do not want to put pressure on and hold for a ton of time. It's just feeling into it and getting out of it, feeling in and getting out. And again, it's about 5 on each side. Okay. If you just did this a few times a day, you should start to feel better within that back, within that lower body. And we're just wanting to keep things moving, especially because the goal is to be in bed for a lot of this, ideally. I know that's not possible for everyone without support, but that's the ideal. Then we're going to go into a hip stretch. Okay. So crossing that leg, I'm going to bring it up toward me. So crossing that heel over that knee, I'm going to bring up toward me until I feel a glute stretch. Take a long, slow, deep exhale into that. And then let the leg fall, kind of cross behind you so that you stretch open into that back. And then coming back in, let that leg fall down, and we're going to do a gentle twist. So just to what you feel tolerable. You might feel a stretch on the side. You might feel too much tension into your back. So just go to what feels okay and tolerable for you, taking a breath and an inhale, nice relaxed exhale, and then same thing, relaxed exhale as you try to twist, and you do about 5 on each side. Okay. Really bending in, getting those hips to get a little bit more range of motion, mobility, range of motion to that low back. Again, especially if you're sitting a lot, trying to breastfeed, you already have stress going on. So let's relax some of that tension down into that low back. Exhale as you bring that leg in, and then exhale as it twists and come down. Exhale, coming in. Exhale, twisting. And I'm always horrible at counting and cueing at the same time. So it's about 5 on each side. Okay. Give or take. You always do what feels best within your body, listening if you need a little less, if you need a little bit more. It's going to be a little bit individual in that way. Then we're going to take this pillow and we're going to fold it underneath the rib cage. So we're going to fold it up and you're going to lay on it where the rib cage is. Okay. You can just stack your legs or have one stacked over the other. And you're going to place your other hand on top of the low rib cage if you have that range of motion. Then you're going to start to kind of compress and then inhale into that hand and into that pillow. Exhale, let it fall all the way out. And you do about 3 to 5 breaths on each side. Now, again, in order to get the core reconnected, we need the rib cage moving. We need the diaphragm that rests underneath the rib cage to be moving. So this is why, and I'm going to keep talking, but you keep doing the breaths. Okay. Go into that side of the rib cage and exhale. So we want to get that 360 breath moving from that rib cage. If we can get that rib cage expanding, we'll get more activation into our obliques, into our transverse abdominis, and then into our rectus abdominis to start to pull that entire core together. But we need movement first before we can get that good contraction. And then try it on the other side. And you might notice it's really common to have one side feel a little bit more restricted than the other. So that's where you might need to spend a little bit more time. Open it up. Don't compress it too much. And then inhale into that hand. Exhale. Inhale into your hand and the pillow. So it's kind of like for feedback to really start to open up the side of the body, relax tension, even along that lat as you're going. So again, it's about inhaling and putting pressure into it. Don't worry so much about, oh, are my shoulders going up too high? Is my neck getting too tense? Like right now, we're just really focusing, can I get that rib cage moving again? Can I get that back of the rib cage moving again? We get so restricted in the rib cage area because of the belly growth within pregnancy. So reconnecting to this area and gaining that range of motion again is really crucial. Okay. After you've done about 3 to 5 breaths there, then we're just going to end with one of my favorites, which is a open book to an overhead reach. Okay. So I'll just start on this side. Now you can have a pillow kind of stacked underneath the leg if you don't want it to drop all the way down. Dropping it all the way down is going to put a little bit more tension into the low back. Okay. You can use a pillow or not use a pillow. You're going to inhale into that back of the rib cage. So filling up the back as you inhale. Exhale. You're going to let it open up. And then you're going to reach that arm overhead and then glide that arm back. And I like to do spend time here. I'm talking 10 to 15 times. I'm not going to do all 10 to 15 times. I want to do both sides. I'm a little restricted because I have the mic pack on this side. So don't judge my range of motion on this side. But yeah, ideally, you're getting that good stretch, that shoulder blade open, and that movement from that shoulder blade. So we want to start to move that shoulder blade. Sometimes we might get some shoulder restriction or carpal tunnel or different things happening if we're not moving enough through that upper back rib cage and shoulder. So that's why we're going to start to already get that shoulder blade kind of moving and gliding through these different exercises. Again, these are exercises you don't have to do this whole mobility series all at once, but ideally, you're coming back to at least one of these exercises every day throughout the week, throughout those first 6 weeks, really. and beyond, especially if you're going to be feeding a baby a lot. There's a lot of tension buildup within the body from the upper chest, rib cage, all the way down to the pelvis. So getting that good mobility, inhaling, opening up that rib cage is just going to help for more exercises or reduced pain as you go through. So these are all super important to come back to. And I'm going to continue to post different videos on rehab exercises that you can come back to. But if you want other rehab related strengthening exercises to do in these early weeks, I also have a video on that. So make sure to check it out.
Don't forget, if you love what you're learning, I have so much more in stock for you. So hit that subscribe button, check out the other videos I've done in the past, and leave any comments of any suggestions that you have for videos in the future. And I can't wait to help you feel incredible and amazing within your body.